Hello everybody, in today's video we're gonna do something for me very interesting and exciting in a way because I don't see a lot of YouTubers doing this, which is the following. I am going to reply the Reddit comments that have been that the people have put under my name, or they even have posted photos of my marriage and commenting about it. Especially, I'm gonna answer all those haters that on Reddit I accidentally found are constantly saying that not only me but other people like Sammy Ingram or Dylan James or whatever are scammers, and that's what we coaches are doing. Apart from the fact that I'm not a coach, I'm not a coach anymore, and we're gonna clarify that, but I am going to answer all the heat because I say why not. And the real reason why I want to show you these comments and I want to answer you is because I think it's very important to clarify certain things, especially when people accuse others blindly of scamming, which is it's basically fraud. It's something extremely heavy and I think you shouldn't take lightly, but I think there is nothing wrong in taking criticism and answer back. Actually, I wish these people wouldn't have gone to Reddit and would have just commented down below. And by the way, comment under my YouTube videos so I could just make another video and answer you guys in case you have any concerns, whether it is in regards of my history on YouTube, my persona, or even the law of assumption. I don't think that it's a limiting belief. I could just simply ignore and they will obviously go away. I can manifest them away, but that's besides the point. I think that when you are on YouTube, you put yourself in a very vulnerable place, and it is okay to answer. It is okay to actually give your own perspective, and then people do whatever they want to do rather than hide away and never reply to the criticism or the hate. I mean, if it's just a stupid hate comment that doesn't mean anything, great. But these are more like comments from people that used to watch me and thought that and they just don't think this about me. That's the thing. They think this about me. They think this about Aaron Dottie, like I said, Sammy Ingram, and other coaches that will not reply probably on this 8 comments. And I think it saddens me to read certain comments, and I just want to answer to all of you guys. And when I was scrolling and reading all of this, it also gave me some perspectives that I want to share about the law and things that I learned from YouTube, just in case you guys want to know more about the law or you're struggling yourself understanding certain things or contradictions, that I'm going to answer them in this video. And also, if you want to be a YouTuber, I think I have a few things since I've been here for 7 years, or even longer. I have a few tips to share due to my past mistakes. So today, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to address the hate, we're going to address the heat, and possibly have a healthy conversation as a byproduct of this video. So I'm recording the screen that I'm looking, so hopefully I'm going to put it over here so we can share it. Now, obviously, I am sharing this because they posted online. It's public, it's for everyone to see. So I assume that they have nicknames. I don't know, but if you find yourself on this video, you put this stuff online. So, you know, whatever you post stays, even if you delete it. That's the thing. That's another thing that you guys, I think you need to understand if you want to become a YouTuber, or if you want to become a social media influencer or anything like this, or even as a private person under a nickname, whatever you post stays forever on the internet. Even if you go and delete it, someone else will pick it up. And even if the post shows deleted, like some of these posts were actually deleted, but they're gonna still, sorry my dog, they're gonna still show up. So remember that, because I had to learn this the hard way, when you post something, always speak and post stuff that you wouldn't be ashamed to say, or to post, or to say, live in front of a person. Like, if you wouldn't be ashamed to tell me this thing in front of my face, then go ahead and post it. But unless that makes you feel guilty or ashamed, or you think that you might change your mind, well, think twice before you post something. I heard it myself the hard way. So let's start this. Obviously, I'm not gonna read them all. Again, I happened to be here on accident because I was looking for one of my old pictures that it wasn't saved on my phone. So I just typed Naya because I wanted that picture again to show to my hairdresser. Just like a stupid story. And then I found all of this because I saw that someone put my marriage on Reddit and was just commenting really bad about my marriage, and that saddens me a lot because I shared my marriage as a success story and for everybody to be inspired and motivated, and I would have never thought that it would have ended up in a gossip forum with tons of hate. It's just, I was so I'm like amazed by that. It's like, who could do that instead of being happy about someone getting married? I don't know. I was just like, it's absurd. But anyway, it is what it is. People are free to do whatever they want, and I posted, so it's public. And so let's get started. So I saw this one, Naya LOL Shark Coaches. So this post, as you guys can see, was deleted. This was the post that actually had the marriage picture. So probably for what I understand, they were saying that my marriage is not really a success story, and some other people were saying, which it is a success story, so that's my answer right there. And I made a video about it. But another person said, and the same the same type comments, that they didn't like me as a YouTuber because they don't believe in the law that much, or actually I don't provide a lot of substantial evidence for the law to work. This is crucial, and I want to address this first hate comment, which I don't even think it's hate comment, it's just their opinion. There is a reason why I don't share a lot of success stories. I shared a few. I shared the one of my best friend. I shared once on shorts about my clients. I shared my personal success stories, but I don't do it as other coaches, for example, are doing. I don't do it a lot. And the reason why I don't do it a lot is because I don't think they're actually that inspiring. I think a lot of people are skeptical about the law, and they're going to remain skeptical whether they hear 100 success stories or just a few. If you need evidence outside of yourself that the law works, you're not on the right track, and this is why the law is not working for you. I never cared about success stories. They never helped me, and that's why I don't share them. Not because I don't have them, I do have them, but they never fully helped me. Like, I would have never believed in the law until it was working for me. And I think that only experience teaches, and that's why I don't provide a lot of evidence, because I am of the belief, and this is only my opinion, if you handle your YouTube channel or your coaching differently, I think it's great, and everybody does what is best for them. Personally, I don't share a lot of success stories because I feel that if you're still in the mindset that you need to have proof outside of yourself to prove that the law works, you're not on the right track. And I think it really, and sometimes what happens with success stories, it really triggers people. Like, they really feel bad about themselves, like when they're watching posts on social media, for example, and then comparing their life to someone else. When they hear success stories, they feel very sad, they feel like a failure, and actually that could cause them to spiral. Now, this is not for everyone. Some people get very motivated about success stories, and that's why they're available out there. And I did share a few, and Neville did share a few, but what Neville used to say as well is that you need to test it yourself, because unless you test it yourself, it will not click for you. You will not get it. And by the way, even if you're skeptical about the law works whether you believe it or not. So I never did this YouTube channel or even my last YouTube channel to prove that whatever I say or whatever I teach or experience is correct. I removed that pressure for myself a very long time ago when I was doing tarot readings. I will always find people that think I'm a scam. I will always find people that don't believe in angels, that don't believe in esotericism, they don't believe in magic, they don't believe in the law. They will always be out there. And my life, it's not about proving them wrong, because I know, even through quantum physics, that everything you believe in is true. You make the rules. So if you don't believe in the law will work in a way where the law won't work for you. If you don't believe that tarot are accurate, tarot won't be accurate for you. And that is perfectly fine. So what is the point for me to stay here and give you tons of success stories to prove my point, where I don't even believe that is helpful for people? I want to do what I think is helpful for people, and obviously why I do this, because it comes from my experience. So everything that I say is filtered by my own beliefs, my own experience, and it's going to be different from someone else, and that is perfectly fine. In the end, you have to find who resonates with you, and in the the end, only your experience will tell you your rules and will eventually make you grow. So I'm really sad that whoever has written this thinks in this way, that I don't provide enough evidence, but that is my answer to that question, to that comment, and I hope is sufficient and valid enough for you. So let me read some others. Obviously, this is a super long comment, but this old Plankton 2825 is saying, that's why I stopped watching her, referring to me. She's boring to watch. That's totally understandable. All her content is the same and she always contradicts herself. Now, I want to answer about the content is always the same. 100%, the content is always the same. And old Plankton, you don't even know how much it saddens me to constantly post the same subject. But unfortunately, this is how YouTube is. I wish I could just show different kind of videos where I show you my life and I show you beauty things that I'm into or fashion things that I'm into. I wish I could post more tarot, apart from the fact that I'm super busy with my daughter, so I never have the time to do half of the things that I want to do. But I really wish that YouTube used to be like the old days where people used to follow the person and not the subject. But unfortunately, and maybe you don't know this, but I'm telling you this because I know I talked with influencers that have millions of subscribers and they know this, people inside of YouTube, like some YouTube managers that have advised me this. So the way it works is this: the algorithm has changed from 10-20 years ago. Before, we used to follow people just because of them and they were posting various subjects. Right now is very difficult to do so. The algorithm chooses the best subjects and makes a video go viral if it eventually goes viral. And usually it's around one topic. That is why so many YouTubers get on a burnout. They're frustrated, look around, and they are tired to post the same topic all the time. But unfortunately, if they don't post the same topic, they start getting down and down on their visualizations or subscribers. People go away, their videos are not visible anymore. And it's not just about money, because you could just do YouTube even without money. But if you start doing that and you see the views going lower and lower and you know that your channel is not reaching anyone, you're not even motivated to do it. That's the thing. So 100% I understand that it is boring to talk all the time about the same subject. I know. That's why I got Patreon. That's why so many YouTubers have Patreon, so they can talk about other things. And I always try to introduce other topics, whether it is tarot, whether it is some esoteric things in my lives here and there. But guys, with this algorithm is very tight, and 100%, I totally get it. I totally get it. And I understand. The fact that I contradict myself, 100% I do contradict myself. I don't think I have ever hidden this, but because I try to, first of all, I'm somebody that changes a lot. Maybe it's my moon in Aquarius, so whatever I've experienced last year, I am revisiting and changing. So that is already a contradiction in of itself. Even Neville used to contradict himself, for example. And then it's because I am so thirsty of knowledge and wanting to, like I said, experiment so many different things, that I just learned that everything works. And when everything works, you just I like to present a plethora of things and show you guys that you can say statement A and statement B and they can all be true at the same time. And this is also what quantum physics has taught me, that everything is true, even things that contradict themselves. And actually, if you want to know old Plankton 2825, you posted this 2 months ago and edited this post as well. If you want to know more about the contradicting effect in quantum physics, I made a post on my community post on YouTube where I explain why nature in and of itself is contradictory. So 100% this is true. So I hope this answers your concern. Then you said she just makes no sense videos to have her YouTube paycheck. We're gonna address this in a second. Don't forget that coaches don't work. They leave with their subscribers' money when they say I manifest money out of thin air. Lol, no, you steal money from desperate people. This is a very heavy accusation. So let me explain you something. One of the reasons why I stopped doing personal coaching, well, two reasons. I am super busy and having a daughter. Second is because I was sick and tired of this accusation that coaches are doing coaching just for money and not because they genuinely want to help people. I am so sick and tired of that accusation because I feel it's absolutely not true. And that's about it. I don't have the time to do it. Let's stop. Now, if the accusation as also have to be because they have monetization on their YouTube channel, so does other people that share things that are not very healthy too. I mean, there are channels that are literally sharing gambling on slot machines all the time, which I adore, by the way. I find them so relaxing and they are so much fun to manifest money. But, gambling might be unhealthy and addictive for so many people. They're sharing this and they're making a monetization out of it. So what? Are they a scammer because of it? Or let's talk about many trash videos. They're getting monetization and they're absolutely unhealthy for teenagers. They're getting monetization. Like if you are against monetization on YouTube, you have to you have to address it to YouTube. This is how it works, and I don't see anything wrong in sharing free content because you're watching everything for free. And if YouTube gives me the possibility to monetize it, I don't see what is wrong. Now, talking about desperate people, I don't think that my subscribers are desperate people. I received so many comments and emails about law of assumption or law of attraction has changed their life and has changed their life for the better. And it's not just about manifesting money or manifesting an SP. Their entire life has improved because they have learned that they have controlled, and they have learned that they can change themselves and they can have good thoughts, and their life drastically changed for the better because of this content. So it's very sad that you think that everyone that watches this sort of content is desperate. People are smarter than that. I'm sorry to tell you, they are not dumb, they are not stupid. I wasn't desperate when I was watching Sammy Ingram. Sammy Ingram changed my freaking life. I will be forever thankful that she has made those videos. I was already a happy person. I was already good at manifesting, especially manifesting money with my private business, but she took my manifestation game to a next level. And I became so grateful to her and so passionate about the subject that I wanted to share it with other people. But I was never desperate, and many people that watches this content are not desperate, and if they are desperate, it's only because they want to better their life, and this content actually betters their life. Manifestation is right now being studied by so many scientists because even as a cognitive behavioral therapy, we know that changing your mindset and changing your thoughts has a huge improvement on your physical health and mental health. So I don't really understand why you call subscribers of this sort of content desperate when they're just trying to better their life. So that's my answer to that, and to everybody that thinks that we are just giving content to desperate people. And then I want to talk about they are not really manifesting money from thin air. Well, this is again, like, you're not going to believe it. That's the thing. You think we're just money makers, and probably there are some scammers out there. I don't know what they are. They must be. But you think, and many people think, that we are money makers just sitting here on YouTube, just taking the piss out of people because we want their money or we want money from YouTube. No, I manifested money by winning the slot machine. I manifested money just by transferring it into my bank account out of thin air. And I don't need I don't need to prove you guys, like, it happened. My friends know this, my father, my family know this. I manifested money through inheritance. I manifested money by smart investment. Now, am I gonna share all my transactions, my investments, my bank accounts? No, I'm online. And if the photo of my marriage is getting on a stupid Reddit post for people to hate, imagine if I share my finances and my private life even longer. I don't want to do that. I have been online too long for knowing that sharing your private finances and your private life is extremely risky and dangerous. Now, I don't get, like, if you share the photo of my marriage, it can make me sad for 5 minutes, but I know I'm safe. But if I start sharing my private business and investment, investment. I think it's very risky. I don't want that stuff to be on some forum online for everyone to watch. And again, I have nothing to prove. If you think that we just make money from YouTube and we cannot manifest from thin air, that is going to be your reality. And the fact in your jealousy, because this is jealousy, your jealousy towards other people's success and your jealousy towards money that other people can acquire, even as a YouTuber, tells everything about what you believe and tells everything about your reality. As long as you're going to be jealous of other people, tell me how you're going to manifest abundance in your life. I never was jealous of other YouTubers. I'm happy to see Aaron Dowdy thriving, Sammy thriving, Hyler thriving. It's amazing because we're not in competition with each other. I learned this the hard way through my old channel. We are not. People can subscribe to multiple channels at the same time. And if I see abundance around me, abundance is going to be granted to me because what God did for others, He can do for me 10 times more. Florence Scovel-Shin. So that is me addressing this thing. So let's some of the comments are so long, and it's like you guys sometimes need to pay attention more to your life than other people. Somebody said they never watch me, so I'm not gonna read the comments of other YouTubers because obviously I think it's not fair. Okay, yeah, I want to address this particular one right here. Okay, let's just finish with this one because then there are just too many and they're saying the same thing over and over. But this is a very interesting one because of the meanness of people. But like, we need to address this. Cloud Candy 222. I believe I started watching Naya around 2019. She liked basically my tarot content, and then you saw me changing. And she talks about my rants and the fact that I accused people of copying me in my last channel and all the fights and problems that I had in this channel. 100%, I mean, that was a rough time for me. It was during COVID time. Everybody was being, you know, it was very exhausting for everyone. I learned the hard way that even if I think certain things, there is a way and a way of saying things online, and I should definitely handle myself better. I know that that particular YouTuber that I was referring to was copying some of my content, but I learned that that doesn't matter and you should just let it go because we're on YouTube and people do whatever they want, and at the end of the day, we're always talking about the same subject. That particular YouTuber was a friend of mine. Even a long distance, but she was a friend of mine, and I personally felt betrayed back then from that experience. But anyway, I don't justify myself. I learned from that experience, and that's what I tell you guys. Everything that you do online will stay online, and I'm ashamed of myself for everything that I did in my past channel. I wish I handled myself better, but unfortunately, I cannot erase the past. I have grown. I am almost 34 years old. I was 27 back then. I am sure that if you did some stupid things when you were 27, 28 years old, you wouldn't want them for people to comment online. I was online. I did a lot of mistakes. I said sorry to everyone, including the Gem Goddess. She's a wonderful girl. And I said sorry to everybody that needed to hear sorry. And I said sorry to my audience. I am almost 34 now. It's been a long time. I cannot erase the past. I can revision, and that's about it. If you still want to judge me for some of the mistakes that I did on YouTube years ago, that is completely fair, and that it's up to you. That's all I can answer to that. I think I changed because I'm constant evolving, and I want to improve myself. And I really hope that I'm doing that. I really hope that you can see my change of mind. You can see my evolution, and you can see that I'm becoming a better person, because I have never sit right here and saying I'm a guru and I'm perfect. I am beyond, like, I'm not perfect at all. And I want you guys to relate to me because I am a person just like you, and I did tons of mistakes. The thing is, I did them online for everyone to watch. That's the only difference, and I regret that, but you know, it was a learning experience. Then she said eventually she got to the point where she apologized for her behavior, which I just commented. Then her content eventually switched to law of assumption, which surprised me. Why? Why did this surprise you? Because she is accusing me that I changed in my second channel to law of assumption videos because I jumped on the wagon that was on trend. This is an accusation that I read throughout the internet. No, if you knew me for real, if you were a real subscriber of Naya Visions, you would know that I was constantly trying to post spiritual videos about the law of attraction, about success, which I also posted on Patreon, and I was constantly trying to teach and doing other things besides tarot. But probably you were only interested in tarot, and you never even clicked on my other videos about the law of attraction. This is why I did a second channel, because in my first channel, everybody was following me only for tarot. They were only using me for that, to be honest. I was just a tarot reader and I wanted to do more. And that's why I started my second channel. Then it happened that I blow up with law of assumption content, but I was always doing this sort of content. It's just that nobody was watching them because nobody cared. And then at some point it picked up because someone started to care. But I look at my older channels. Look at my, oh sorry, because the recording got over. Look at my older channel and how many videos I have posted about spirituality. How many videos I have posted about law of assumption. There are so many because that's what I always wanted to do. And I still wanted to do tarot. It's just that I didn't know how to transition from just tarot reading to something that I was more passionate about. And that is the reason why I did the second channel, not to jump on the wagon of the law of assumption. Because honestly, I talked about so many other things like witchcraft and other metaphysical concepts, and I really want to do that. I really want to maximize other type of knowledge as not just strictly law of assumption, but algorithm permitted. Because once they decide that you blow up for a certain topic, you're pretty much stuck. And that's why many YouTubers are pretty much stuck. So that's my answer to that. Then the other comments are then the other comments are about some of my ex-boyfriends, like one that I blocked everywhere online because I don't want to have anything to do with this person. And he's still putting comments under my videos, even though I blocked him and I did even a restriction order in my country because I don't want to have anything to do with this person. So, and this person is still commenting about me. I don't even want to address who this person is. I don't want, if you're watching this video, I don't want to have anything to do with you. We dated 3 times only and you're still, years later, you're commenting under my stuff. Get a life, I swear. I just don't want you. And I never copied anything from you. I don't know what you're talking about. So hopefully that is sorted because I don't know what to do with this guy anymore. About my ex-husband, my Indian husband, they said that he left me or something like that. I don't know who left who, but they're commenting about my private life. My private life is my private life, and I split up with my ex-husband because we weren't good together. And I don't want to talk online about all the horrible things that I had to experience with this person because I don't want millions of people to watch this stuff about him. I want him to have a good life. I bless him and I just want him to find love and be happy like I did. It wasn't a good match. It's my private life. We weren't good together and I split up. He split up. It doesn't even matter. I didn't want to be with him anymore. When we split up, it was a relief for me. I was the happiest I have ever been. And you can see that because that's exactly when my channel started to blow up. That's exactly when money started to come through. That's exactly when I finally felt I was free and I was happy after COVID and after all that jazz. But by the way, my Indian ex-husband, that's all my personal business. You are not entitled to comment under my personal business, or if you want to, just get the facts straight. And then what else? Then I just want to give the last comments about my private life. Administration K958 2 months ago writes, also, if you get knocked up, which is getting pregnant, by an ugly man and then propose to, that's not manifestation, my lady. LOL, I'm so cool. First and foremost, if you think that my husband is ugly, You only think that. I think he's incredibly handsome. He looks like Rasputin. I love him. He's so freaking cool. He's like, oh my goodness, I like him so much, and I didn't get knocked up. I wanted to be pregnant. I manifested my daughter. My daughter is one of the most beautiful, not even thin creatures that exists in my entire life. I blessed the day that I became pregnant. It was the most important day of my life when she was born. I am so happy she's here, and I am so happy that I chose him as the father of my child, because he's an amazing man. And even if we're not going to be together anymore, he's going to be an amazing father, because he's an amazing person. He's a good soul. He's intelligent, kind, generous, incredibly patient with someone crazy like me. And I find him extremely handsome. So commenting something like that about someone that you don't even know is extremely mean. And I just bless you, sweetheart. And I really hope you find love in your life, because this energy kind of stinks. So that is my answer to all these comments, and there's too many to address. The others is like,
hey guys, I'm from the future and I'm editing, and I just noticed that I didn't answer why I'm not a coach anymore. I don't want to coach. I never wanted to coach. The thing that I always wanted to do was to share my experience, teach the knowledge that I found out that has transformed my life, and my constant, growing and curiosity for knowledge. I don't want to identify as a coach. I don't feel that that's what I want. I just want to make videos and share them and share the experience and the knowledge. So that's why I don't identify as much as coaching, and I don't like to be addressed necessarily as a coach, because I don't feel I am anymore, and I don't want to be. So that's the answer right there.
that coaches take advantage of vulnerable people, which we already addressed in this video. Honestly, it's going to be too long to address all the comments. YouTubers don't do this typically. They don't address these things. I wanted to do this because I wanted people, if something has to be online about me, I want people to know my version, and then from my version, you do you. You do whatever you want. I am not gonna do YouTube forever. That's not my plan. I want to retire in maximum a year, maybe 2 years from now, we'll see. And I just hope that whatever I gave you on YouTube has improved your life and has made you that is the only thing that I want for you guys. And if I helped you, great. If I didn't, you can click off, and it's okay too. I love you so much, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye.